Welcome back, pro wrestling fans. Welcome back, IWC. It's your old buddy, the guardian of chaos, Big Daddy. And I tell it like it is. I'll say that to say this, coming to you live to tape, 25 feet below the surface of the earth. Here on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel for Chaos Corner, and another episodic YouTube adventure, story time with the Guardian of Chaos. I can't thank you guys enough for being here. Sit back and relax. I know your tummies are full. You're spiritually full. And I just want to say happy Easter to everyone out there. He is risen. Shout out to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Because without him, none of this would be possible. And if he is for us, no one else can be against us. Let's remember the real reason. So thank you guys once again for being here. I can't appreciate it enough on a Sunday night. So kick back and relax as I was having a cup of coffee. Go out and grab a Pellegrino or your favorite beverage or a late night snack or, whatever it is that you're doing. I'm just glad that you're here. Hit that like button. Drop an elbow on it. Give it an eye rake. Share, subscribe. Say something. Inbox me. Email me. Do something, for crying out loud. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog for you, the fans. My over 50 years in being a historian, a scout, an agent, a producer, a smark, a mark. That's right. I said it. A mark. Because we're all marks at one point or another. And of course, my over 3 decades of being in this industry. Everything from pillar to post, coast to coast, and border to border, and took the bumps. Remember that. Still to this day doing color commentary and play-by-play and promotions and scouting with my home company, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. With the Paradise 4. You know who they are. Mario Mancini, Paul Roma, Paul Perez, and Big Steve Tracy. That's right, 4 men that worked under the guidance of the WWF and WCW. Unbelievable tradition, honor, respect. It doesn't get any better than that. And speaking of respect, in order to get respect, you have to start with respecting yourself. Once you do that, you open other people's minds to respecting you. Because there's 3 types of people in this world. Those who don't know what happened, those who wonder what happened, and people like the G.O.C, Big Daddy, the Paradise 4, and you, the fans, here on Chaos Corner, that make things happen. So go out and make things happen. And again, a little opening monologue. We'll go 4 or 5 minutes just to let everybody come on in and say hello. This will be premiered. So it is live to tape, man. You guys get it, right? And again, remember the time of the season as we move into all the chicanery that'll be coming up. I don't want to get into what's happening and what day's been officially declared and this and that. And then April Fools and the eclipse is coming up. Just listen, situational awareness, use your discernment, stay close to like-minded people. Tomorrow's not guaranteed for anyone, and we all know that. So stay mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually fit. It's in his hands. And all you can do is be aware and use your discernment. So I don't want to get too crazy and off on different subjects. We're here for story time. And so I have a few stories picked out. Go back and listen to the last few episodes that I did. And I'll be doing some short ones. We'll go 10, 15, 20 minutes tops. I'm going to put a couple out tonight here on Easter as we head into the work week this week for everyone out there. And leading into WrestleMania 40 coming up. So baseball has sprung, spring has sprung, the baseball season has started for all you MLB fans. You guys know that I am a huge baseball fan, along with an NHL fan. The hockey playoffs are coming up. Stay tuned, stay aware, enjoy it for a distraction for what it's worth. Keep it in perspective. I know UConn men's and women's are doing great right now in March Madness, heading into April of all things. And it's still March Madness, man, let that sink in. So again, kick back and relax. I'm going to do a couple episodes tonight. Go to the community page. I'm constantly on there updating almost on a daily basis, covering live WWE events, AEW events, giving my thoughts, my opinions, my viewpoints, putting a couple of different things out there. Remember, there's over 2,800, coming up on 2,900 videos on this channel. Go to the playlists. You go to the Hall of Fame videos that are on there. Go to the classics. Go to the over 600 clips of under 3 minutes, 2 minutes and less of chaos clips. A whole synopsis of everything that you can think of. And then, of course, Chaos Corner, the show. Because that's what it is. It's not a podcast. I'm not competing with anybody. The show, where there's probably over 400 shows that I've done here. Again, I've been on the air here for just about 4 years. So let that sink in. Okay, we have the well over 1,000 subscribers now. I can't thank you guys enough. I really mean that. That is a shoot, to use a word from this industry. And no kayfabing right now, man. Not yet. For you geeks and goons and dweebs and neckbeards and mouth breathers out there. No offense, man. Kayfabe. It's not directed at you, man. Lighten up. It's a joke. It's a work. But thanks for being here. So navigate that channel. There's a lot of different things on there. The classics are unbelievable footage that I have on here. Everything from the vault at Chaos Chronicles, all the events I was involved in. You guys see me in certain chat groups and moderating for certain channels and me chiming in my opinions and things that I do say and things that I could relate to, because that's what you get here on this channel. No one else is like me. The in-ring experience, the insider's experience, plus being on the other side as part of the media and being a fan. Who else does this? There's not many. There's not many. That's what makes it different here. You come here and you learn things. You learn facts that you can take back and talk to your friends or in the community, in the IWC, in the pro wrestling world, whatever social media platform that you're on. At the water cooler, the pub, the tavern, the game, wherever it is that you happen to go, you learn facts. And if you want to know who I am and what I'm about, go to the homepage. It'll tell you what I'm all about, where I've been. And again, let's get listen, the shirt's a little snug here, tight here. Oh my God. The Freebirds, Von Erichs. Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. Bad Street in the whole USA. Bam, bam. Bad Street, nasty and hot. The further down the road, or was it the further down the street, the worse it got. Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nah, Fabulous Freebirds, Bam Bam, Buddy Jack, Michael P.S. Wow. And of course, Paul's Matt Phillips. Now, I don't have the honey lemon. I have the black cherry for the voice because I knew I was going to do a couple of shows. Not only the Freebirds, but of course, Kevin, David, Kerry Von Erich, the Von Erich boys. Again, the early 80s world-class championship wrestling, the Sportatorium. There was nothing better. Of course, the NWO was fantastic, the WWF, but this really did change a lot of the business and certain things, and one of the best rivalries in the history. All these things going on Vice TV and A&E and different biographies. And let's get some more current update from the Freebirds and the Von Erichs as well. I know there's some out there, I know. I'm not going to say, go Google it. Like, go Google it. I'll say DuckDuckGo. Did I scare you there? Scare the rats off cheesecake, make onion squash? I don't know, man. We're almost 10 minutes in, so I wanted to give you a welcome. Watch the videos. Hit the like button. And thank you guys for being here. We're going to start off here on story time. I'm sure you guys will understand what I'm talking about. Power and all the glory. In a lot of ways, Bobby the Brain Heenan had the Midas touch in the World Wrestling Federation. Every wrestler he managed, it seemed, turned into pure wrestling gold. Once he stood by their side, every wrestler not named Cock-a-doodle-doo, that wasn't very good, the Red Rooster. Anyway, Hercules Hernandez, whose real name was Raymond Fernandez, was one such wrestler to capitalize on having the Weasel in his corner. The Weasel, the Brain, one of the best ever. No? Mount Rushmore of managers, Jim Cornette, Captain Lou, Jimmy Hart, Grand Wizard, Freddie Blassie, Gary Hart, Paul Ellering. Uh, I don't know. You make the call. But that's a Mount Rushmore, and I know I'm missing some out there. You get the gist, right? In the mid 1980s, after bouncing around different wrestling factions, usually with a mask on and a belt of some sort around his waist, Hernandez made the move to the World Wrestling Federation and was managed by, you pencil neck geeks, classy Freddie Blassie. While he served as a fairly decent heel under that pencil neck geek, pun intended, the bearded muscle man was often on the losing end of a match. Case in point, his debut in WrestleMania 2 saw him fall to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The brick house built wrestler's luck would change, however, after being sold to Heenan shortly thereafter. Under the tutelage of the Brain, Hernandez shed his fake surname, gained some muscle mass, and was reborn as Hercules. A man far more appealing and a far less cheesy than Kevin Sorbo, remaker, gimmicker, I don't know, whatever you want to say. With steel chains around his neck, a la like yours truly, but mine's for a different reason. Again, go to the page and read my background. Which he usually swung at opponents, Hercules became a solid heel in the WWF and a mainstay to WrestleManias for years to come. Unfortunately, so was Coco Beware, but we digress. Some of the Bearded Wonders highlights included a long-standing feud with fellow Full Nelson finisher Billy Jack Haynes. And we know the current status of Billy. Again, I hope everyone gets all the help they need, and we don't judge here. Who he defeated in bloody fashion at WrestleMania 3 thanks to Heenan's interference. Other highlights included a tug-of-war with notorious incoherent superstar, their words, not mine, the Ultimate Warrior, in a match against the immortal Hulk Hogan during a taping of Saturday night's main event. Hercules lost that match, but put the Hulkster in his signature backbreaker, which we were guessing would have hurt had wrestling outcomes not been, at that time, predetermined, we'll say. By the late 80s, Hercules' held-on TV exposure started to fade, his hold-on exposure. He teamed with Power and Glory, Paul Roma, and they didn't quite get the push that they should have deserved. Power and Glory, Roma and Hercules Hernandez, perhaps one of the best underutilized and undervalued teams in the WWF. After turning face following his sale from Heenan to the $1 Million Man, he was relegated to squash matches against big men like Earthquake in 1990. Aforementioned, he teamed with Paul Roma as one half of Less Than Power and Glory, managed by Slick. Now, this is their words, okay? Because you know how I feel. This is story time. The tandem did manage to beat the Rockers in a 1990 SummerSlam, but it was clear Hercules' career was heading more toward a Marty Jannetty outcome than a Shawn Michaels one. Hercules eventually left WWF for WCW and enjoyed some mild success under the mask as a super invader managed by the former foe, Harley Race, the legend. Eventually he went on to wrestle in New Japan, where he grappled once again as Hercules Hernandez. Raymond Fernandez died in 2004 due to heart complications. We'll say heart attack. Again, this is all reports right here, nothing that you can't find on yourself if you go out there, and this is for public consumption. So what I'm saying here, you guys understand where it's coming from. Remember the time frame. Remember where we are. We're in a time machine here for story time. While he never won any gold in the WWF, he was a solid, reliable mid-carder, I say more than that, who held his own against some of the greatest big men in the business. One thing for sure, he was far more convincing as a heel than Arnold Schwarzenegger was as an actor in 1969 dud Hercules in New York. And we know what Arnold went on to do with Hernandez, huh? Truly, an underutilized, as I said earlier, undervalued guy. And Ray Fernandez, Hercules Hernandez, and then the tag team, not only his solo career and traveling the globe, but also very, and not just because he's the head trainer at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, but the tag team of Roma and Hernandez was tremendous. And in 2020, at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, just to keep you how current, we did an event in honor a memorial tribute tournament to Ray Hercules Hernandez, obviously very close and good friends with Paul Roma. And we had Unchained, that's right, Unchained, the Hercules Hernandez Memorial Tournament, an unbelievable event. Our tribute in 2020, right before the pandemic hit. This was March of 2020. So it's on YouTube, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling on all social media, Twitter, aka X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and you could see some of these events and catch some of the matches that I'm still doing the color commentary on, man. So go out there and check it out. Rest in peace, Hercules Hernandez fans. Thank you for being here for story time with your old buddy. But guess what the good news is? Here on Easter Sunday, I'm coming back with some more story time. Don't you dare miss it.